it's Lindsey from BFCG, and today I'm sharing with y'all 5 of my favorite historicals. I would say historical is probably the genre I've read the most of. Next to YA, maybe? I'd have to figure that out. But I would love to make a video of this for all the different genres I enjoy, and I know I'll add to them. I'll have new favorite suspense and new favorite historicals and new favorite YA over time, so I kind of want to make them where they'd be episodes. So this is episode 1 of my favorite historical books. So starting in alphabetical order, Love in Disguise by Carol Cox. Set in the 1880s, main character Ellie Moore is recently out of a job, but she loves the theater and she has now acquired costumes from that prior job. She overhears about a job with the Pinkerton Detective Agency. Very reluctantly, and after a while, they eventually give her a mission. She's going to pose as a middle-aged widow in Arizona to find out about these different scandals with the mines. But then when the need arises, she'll have to transform from that middle-aged widow into the dazzling niece, Jessie. Enters in mine owner and main guy, Stephen. He starts to fall for Jessie, who is Ellie, who is also the middle-aged widow. Oh, it's fantastic. I love this one so much. I have read this book twice, and I honestly, just saying the synopsis again, I really want to reread it again, and I never reread books. So, I mean, I feel like that's kind of a high compliment. It's one of my very favorites. This is the only book I'm mentioning by Janice Hanna Thompson, y'all. And I'm just saying, this is the only one. Love Finds You in Daisy, Oklahoma by Janice Hanna. It's also been republished as Daisy Bells by Janice Thompson. It's the exact same book. I recommend you get both. It's 1912, 2 years after a tornado has wrecked Daisy, Oklahoma, and left many of their children homeless. Rena Jewell is 38 years old and still single. She wants to do something important with her life. When she gets the letter from Daisy, Oklahoma, she believes this is a sign from the Lord. Meanwhile, Sheriff Gene Wyatt is a widowed father and has his hands full trying to keep 17 unruly orphans under control, plus keep his own 2 boys from burning down the town. It's a lot harder than you would think. It's got children's mischief and sweet moments, but lots of faith content and a blooming romance. Get it? Blooming Daisy, get it? It's honestly one of my very favorites by her, and I mean, I feel like I say that about all of her books, but this is definitely a favorite of mine because it does deal with orphanages and taking care of children, and those are 2 topics very near and dear to my heart. The third book I'm going to mention today is Playing by Heart by Ann Mateer. It's 1917 and Lola Bowman has finally achieved her dream of a teaching position and a scholarship to continue her college education in mathematics. But her sister needs her, so she returns back home to Oklahoma, but yet the only teaching position in their hometown is a combination music instructor and girls basketball coach. She's less than thrilled, as you probably can imagine. But to prove herself, she turns to the boys' basketball coach, Chet, to learn about this newfangled game of basketball. I honestly have enjoyed all 4 of this author's historical novels, and I'm eagerly awaiting whenever her next book comes out. What makes this book really unique, though, is both characters are written in first person. And I don't see that really often in historical fiction, so I really loved that unique factor. So book 4's main character is British, so I'm going to try to do this one in a British accent. And I think my Nana who lives in the UK and is British is going to be highly disappointed in me, but I'm going to try. So here we go. The 4th book I'm going to be talking about is A Change of Fortune by Jen Turano. Set in 1880, Lady Eliza Sumner is masquerading as Miss Eliza Sumner, governess at large, and she's determined to find the man who ran off with her fortune, reclaim the money, and head straight back to London. That may also involve wearing padding to cover her figure and wardrobe malfunctions. The main guy's name is Sparks Fly when the 2 meet, and it's a very witty and humorous novel. I'm failing this challenge. I feel like I lost it at some points, but I don't know. Anyway, you get the point. I can't do a British accent. It's a great book. I enjoyed this one. This would be my favorite of the series. So yes, there we go. And then the 5th and final book I'm going to mention in this video is actually set in England, but I'm not going to try an accent again, y'all. I tried once. I feel like that's good. So, Shine Like the Dawn by Carrie Turansky. 1903, England. Nathaniel and Margaret were childhood friends separated by a horrible tragedy. Now both grown, Maggie works in her grandmother's hat shop and cares for her younger sister Violet. Nate has now returned and things happen. It's beautifully written and I can't say much because of spoilers, but it's so good. It's clean. It's so clean, y'all. It's so clean. And it's filled with faith content. It's just really good, and if you love that time period or England historical things that aren't Regency, I definitely recommend you check this out. I can't say much because spoilers, but it's really good and it's so clean, and I love the main guy, Nathaniel. The name, it all works. So yes. So in this first episode of my favorite historical books mini-series, we learned about 5 of my favorite historicals, but also that I can't do a British accent. Sorry, Nana. I hope you enjoyed this video. Nonetheless, you can always leave video requests or what you want me to talk about requests in the comments below. Also, let me know if you're interested in any of these. Give me a rating on my accent. Actually, please don't. Never mind. I was gonna ask for a rating on my accent. Never mind. Please, no. It's okay. You don't have to do that. So, I'm Lindsey from the blog booksforchristiangirls.blogspot.com, where I post a new review every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have a new video on this channel every Thursday, and I'm on Instagram every other day. Bye, y'all!